If you are interested in chartering a sailboat in Greece or other places around the world, either bareboat or with a hired skipper and crew, this is the video for you. For the past 4 years, we have been sailing many destinations around the world through chartering. It's not a conventional way to do it, but it works for us. We had so much fun sailing around some best places in the world. We sailed the Virgin Islands in Caribbean, Bora Bora in the middle of South Pacific, later Amalfi Coast and the Bay of Napoli in southern Italy, and recently Kyklavis in Greece. We are not affiliated with any charter companies or any businesses. Everything in this video is based on our own first-hand experience, from booking, communication with client services, interaction with the local team, and much more. The 3 largest sailboat charter companies globally are Dream Yacht Charter, Maureen's Sunsail, and Navigare Yachting. We haven't got a chance to use Dream Yacht yet, but have chartered multiple times from Sunsail and Navigare. The interesting thing is that a month after we booked a catamaran from Navigare for our Greece sailing, Navigare and Dream Yacht joined their operations, so all the post-booking client services were handled by the joint team. Another trivia is that Sunsail and Maureen's have the same parent company, just different brands. Sunsail is a brand that focuses exclusively on the sailboat charter around the world, while Maureen's goes beyond the sailing charters. Whether or not you will have a good chartering experience depends on a few things. The first one comes into mind is of course destination. It's a personal choice. All these destinations for us are definitely dream coming true. But they do have very different sceneries on both land and water. We explored different towns and experienced different culture. We ate some fantastic local food from land and sea. We encountered a thunderstorm in Bora Bora, from not much wind in Amalfi Coast to full-blown Miami in Greece. Some places like Capri were super packed with all the boats. Other places like uninhabited Greek islands, we had the whole place to ourselves. Water color and water temperatures were vastly different, as well as local etiquette to anchor, to moor, and in and out of marina. Obviously, a good boat and a fair wind are most important thing to any sailing trip, but an amazing one is much more than that. It's pretty straightforward to find all the destinations available for chartering on either Sunsail or Navigare website. There is a lot of useful information. It serves a good starting point for the more detailed research. After the destination is settled, I will do a thorough online study on the weather. Basically, what's the best month to sail the destination. To us, it's straightforward. We like it warm, especially the water temperature warm enough to swim comfortably. Dry, little or less chance to rain, not too crowded, and the last, definitely not the least, the good wind. We don't like motoring. I would take 2 or 3 knots speed out of 6 to 7 knots downwind in a heartbeat. Even I had to rig a few extra lines. We never had code zero on board, for a bareboat anyway. In a passage day, too little wind was more troublesome than too much wind, as long as it's not close to the level of storm. We can handle big wind, like level 9 strong gale 45 knots in Greece or strong gale in Bora Bora and rain, which were all fun. Just take precautions and reef preemptively, especially if you sail short-handed like us. Anyway, we are San Francisco Bay sailors. We roll with big wind. Just kidding. This was actually the second time I skipped in the bay on a 30-foot Catalina. It was a pretty normal summer afternoon from Treasure Island to Alcatraz. I'm more concerned with the sea state than the wind when sailing in the open sea. Inside the bay, the wind is almost always stronger than the waves. With properly reefed sail plan, the sailing was usually smooth with heeling under control. There were only a handful times just outside the Golden Gate Bridge we had waves big enough to have us turn downwind and surf back into the gate. Now we can start the booking process. I usually use the website to find out the boat I want to sail, pick the best weeks based on all the research on the weather. The price, of course, I always call the client services before booking since they may have some discounts not listed on the website that I'm not aware of. The most important thing in the process of booking after I picked the destination and starting date was obviously the boat itself. We always choose a newer model built within 3 years, sometimes within a year. Considering all the charter boats were heavily used, a newer and less chartered boat gave us a better chance to have a cleaner boat with better interior design. The big difference between Sunsail and Navigare is that all Sunsail boats are rebranded Leopard catamarans. During booking, we didn't choose the actual boat on Sunsail website. Instead, we only choose the model of the boat like Sunsail 404 and its years such as within a year or 1 to 3 years. Then a boat in that category will be assigned to us once we arrive at the base. Navigare handles it differently. We chose the actual boat we'd like to sail on. We knew the name of the boat, its actual photos, usually several of them both inside and outside. In Greece, we chose to charter from Navigare primarily because I wanted to sail a Lagoon 40 with a traveler system instead of a Sunsail 404 with a double mainsheet. Not a double-sheeted main, but a double mainsheet. Catamarans are vastly different in terms of their sailing capabilities, especially upwind. We have experience with several different cruising catamarans from 5 different brands, usually around 40 feet. We started on an older Seawind 1160, very low windage, tremendous sailing capability. I like it very much for sailing. A couple Fountain Pajot, well built, very solid. A very new body 4.2 with a hard deck, very high windage with a helm way on the top. A couple of Sunsail 404s, essentially Leopard 40 in Bora Bora and Italy. And a few times on Lagoon 40 in both San Francisco Bay and Greece. This version of Lagoon 40 have a traveler system and a self-tacking jib, which are the primary reasons we choose this boat to sail in Greece. Besides its year and mileages, the conditions of the boat is largely dependent on the local maintenance team. If you watched our previous videos, you would know lucky for us all the boats we chartered were in pretty good condition in all aspects from cabin, bed, head, kitchen to electronics such as generators, AC to rigging, sails, sheets, dinghy with outboard. Of course, some boats were definitely maintained better than others. At this stage, we could tell the difference right away when we stepped on the boat. After we decided which boat we want to sail, it was a cakewalk from here. We had a chance to choose actual stuff like a paddleboard, kayak, etc., etc. You also had options to purchase comprehensive boat insurance. Sometimes it's mandatory depending on the boat. The final step is to pay the deposit if you book early. Make sure you read the cancellation policy carefully. That's it. We're done. After booking, there was usually a long wait, several months from traveling. When we had any questions, we communicated with client services through phone calls and emails. Sometimes I text the local team through WhatsApp for specifics like provisioning. Provisioning was very different from base to base depending on how far it is from the supermarket. We preferred to do our own shopping, but we also used online services to have some provisions delivered to our boat. This comes to our last topic, the base and the local team. After we landed in the destination, from there it's all local team. They handled everything from airport transfer, boat briefing, boat handling, refueling, sometimes in and out of marina, and the emergency response on the water. Everything. Every time after briefing, we couldn't wait to get out of marina and started our sailing journey. In my opinion, this is the best way to experience some of the best places in this world.